What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here, San Diego Comic-Con. We have the cast of Marvel Rising. This is a super cool new animated series. If you haven't looked into it yet, you need to. I'm going to go down the line with questions. I want to start here with Miss Chloe Bennett, who is Daisy Johnson for the second time over. That's really cool.
Yeah.
First, let me just ask, are you borrowing anything from playing Daisy previously? Is there anything you're like, oh, I should do that again?
Same voice. Not consistent.
Yeah.
No, she's a younger version in Marvel Rising, which is really fun because she's more like Sky, which is who I auditioned for.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun. But no, I get to just kind of it's more. She's a little bit more of the like comical in this version. Because they put me through so much on S.H.I.E.L.D., so I'm a little bit more serious.
We all fell in love with Sky in the beginning anyway, so it's good to have her back a little bit.
But season 6 will be good. It'll be a different version.
I'm excited. Dove,
Yes.
you're playing Gwen, which is a really cool character. Everybody loves Gwen Stacy. You've also been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. So what are the biggest differences for you going from the live-action Marvel stuff to the animated Marvel stuff?
Well, weirdly, I actually voiced Gwen like 2 years ago. My first thing I did as Gwen was like forever ago. And so then I went off and I did S.H.I.E.L.D. like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
shorter than that. And I fell in love with Chloe Bennett, and then we've been engaged ever since.
We have. Actually, we're getting
married in August, an August wedding.
Wow, it's really soon.
Wow.
It's like tomorrow.
That's so
It's like tomorrow. Wow.
Are you guys invited?
No,
You don't
I
send
didn't.
invitations to the people in the bridal shower.
They saved it.
Very exciting.
They saved it.
It was really different. I mean, just because on S.H.I.E.L.D. obviously she's not lying. It's so physically demanding. Like what she does is insane. And I had like a tiny taste of it. So I mean, there's a lot of vocal violence involved in both, I guess.
Yeah.
Like as my voice cracks and goes away.
It
was a lot of screaming in that final episode.
I mean, I don't mean to give that away.
Oof.
Yeah, but anyway, so I mean, they're similar in the sense that they're both action, they're both heightened, but definitely different. I think you have to work a little bit harder to put emotion into your voice in a way that illustrates it more broadly, where you don't have to do that on camera because you have so many other elements to kind of help you out with that. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, really different, but equally as fun.
Cool. Is it the same like levels of Marvel secrecy? Because I know like the Marvel actors are like, they like point a gun at you and say don't tell anybody or something. Yeah. So is it like the same thing for the animated shows?
Maybe don't do that.
With this one.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I'm so nervous. I'm going to give something away.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Milana, am I saying that right? Milana. Okay, sorry. Milana. Squirrel Girl. Squire Girl. Did I say that?
Squire Girl. She works in a castle.
Squire
Girl. She seems like she's gonna bring some comic relief to the show. Even like there's like little awkward pauses in the trailer and stuff from what we've seen that lead to funny moments and things like that. Who here is like the comic relief of the cast?
Still me. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What do you mean awkward?
Well, like there's like a serious moment, and she's like, oh, it's serious.
Wait. You talking about my performance?
We all actually. This is the first time we've all been together this morning.
This is a mess.
Yeah, and I think we're all really.
We're having a great time.
Yeah,
Do you guys get when you're voicing it? Do you end up together, or is it like you're just in the studio one at a time?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I've never been with anybody else.
At the beginning,
Yeah.
never
we
with you.
together. We worked together a couple times.
Few times.
We worked together a couple times.
Few times.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
schedules
take back
and
my
stuff.
awkward beach question, and I'm just gonna move on.
It's in there. It's there.
Kamala
It's actually
Khan.
Catherine.
Catherine.
That's all right. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Catherine.
He's killing it.
Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan.
Leave him alone.
Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, hugely popular too. And I did notice like the powers and stuff in the trailer look really cool, like growing and all those kind of things. How does that challenge you when you're voicing that? Like, and then when you see it, is it what you pictured?
Well, so yeah, I mean, let me answer this question. No, it is challenging to get to the point where they say if you're doing it right, then you are out of breath. And there are times where I will get out of breath. I'm also not that in shape. So that kind of helps. But
She runs 8 miles before.
Yeah. So
She shows
I'm
that
pretty
background.
exhausted by the time I get there. But yeah, so it is kind of challenging, but it's also I've been voicing Ms. Marvel for 3 years now, so I kind of understand.
She's a pro.
I got
She's a pro.
I am Ms. Marvel.
I was waiting for her to say
Ms.
I'm a pro,
Marvel
but
is
she
gay.
did. Boom.
Mastered it.
I am.
So if
I
that
am
movie comes
Kamala.
along,
Kamala.
like, Marvel Studios knows who to call if that movie comes along, then, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
I'm ready.
Hey,
Do you
listen.
feel like a
She's
pressure
been
from
waiting.
either of you? Because those two characters both so popular, and you know we don't see too much of them in movies, but we're seeing them here. Do you guys feel like a pressure to like take ownership at all?
I've already taken
I
ownership.
know. I
You
feel
can
like
do it.
it's
You can do it.
mine.
Yeah,
I'll
honestly.
fight you.
And do you want to say your name for us?
Yes. Kamil McFadden.
Dude, you are like the Lone Ranger here. You know,
I
and
am.
there are really worse problems to have. Okay?
Yes, there are.
Well, what is that like for you, being the one man crew here, surrounded by all these women?
It's interesting, but I love it for sure. This leaning, like, what are you gonna say? But no.
No pressure. What are you gonna say about
All
this?
all of these women are incredible.
That's
They're
correct.
hilarious.
Way to go.
They are running the ship. I am just here giving my 2 cents whenever
This
necessary.
is correct answer.
No, for sure. The eyes are on me, so I will. But no, honestly, seriously, this show is all about female empowerment. So they are doing a great job at that. You know, with the show and things like that. My character, Patriot, is he's the only one who's. Let me get the tagline right. All heroes
inside.
are not super.
No,
He doesn't have
that was
superpowers.
wrong.
No, it's
Not
not.
all.
Man! One more time.
You got every other point on the flashcard. we
Rewind.
gave
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry. I thought I had it, but I didn't.
It's all right. We've all
got
made
you.
mistakes. Trust me.
We're there, and then we connect again. Not all heroes are super.
Wow, you should
There we go. Amazing.
Did I not say that the first time?
No,
What did I say?
all heroes are not
remember
super.
it.
That's very similar, and that's why we love women, because they'll get the details. The details.
That's not what you said last
That's
week.
not
The
exactly
details. The details, and that's so.
You know, it's
yes.
funny. There's so many movies that are mostly men with one woman, and
Yeah.
they'll never ask the one woman
yeah,
that
yeah.
question. So
Like,
what's
what
it
was that
being
like?
surrounded by men? Well, it's like most
It's life.
opportunities.
Everything I do.
Well, this is really, we're seeing a growth in women in film and TV, and you guys are empowering women here. So let me ask my last question for you guys: who was like an idol for you guys growing up? Who was like maybe a hero? It could be fictional, it could be real person. Who was it for you that you were like, you know what, kind of want to be like her?
Oh, that's a good
Good
question.
Oh, they don't have one. Can I? I got one. Yeah. Aaliyah. I love Aaliyah. Loved her. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I was so depressed. I was
Man,
depressed for like a month. Yeah.
and I was super young too, but I still understood. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, that's deep.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was. I mean, that's why the show is so special, and that's why
Yeah.
this year and the past few years have been so incredible, and just like for women in film and TV and content like this, because there really were not that many options. I get a lot of like friends who are movie buffs, like in Silver Lake, and they're like, "What do you mean you haven't seen that movie?" I'm like, "Well, I haven't seen it." "What do you mean you haven't seen this movie?" "Well, I haven't seen it." It's like, who's the lead of that movie? "Oh, it was a white straight guy." "Who was in that
Yeah.
movie?" "Oh, it's a white straight guy." Well, I would have probably seen that if that was a half Asian woman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
these are all what those. Of course, you see yourself in all those movies. So having the show where there's so much representation, and Marvel is so well done. I mean, even on Shield. So that's why it's really important to have this. But there is. I mean, I liked Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I loved Lucille Ball.
Ah, good one.
That's
One
Yeah, I did
perfect.
love that.
It's so
Because
perfect.
it was just on rerun every time we'd get
Yeah,
home from school. It was like 3 p.m. That's what you would
I
watch.
used to watch that a
you
lot.
know?
Mine was Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh,
I was a
good.
big Seinfeld head, and I still love her. And
I think it's just
worship
a
her.
sign head.
Amazing.
Seinfeld. Never mind, you had it right the first time. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
myself out.
You know what's actually funny is the characters that I always dressed up as were male.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase where every day I would, I don't know why I said this like it was so normal. Every day I would dress up like Captain Jack Sparrow. Like all the time, it
When
was
did
like
that
a
stop?
problem.
And why?
Oh, I just grew out of it. I think I started. I grew out of it when I then wanted to be Michael Jackson, and I would tape my fingers up with his like snapping fingers. I wouldn't go to the grocery store without taping these fingers. So I was so into Michael Jackson. And then I wanted to be Iron Man, and I was going to be the first female Iron Man, and then I wanted to be Doctor Who, and I was going to be the first female Doctor Who, and all this.
Or Harry Potter. Do you watch Harry Potter?
I never really got into Harry Potter as much. I know, I'm so sorry.
Hermione
This is the one
Granger.
place where we just divulge.
So sorry.
Or,
You're doing the thing that your Silver Lake hipsters do.
Yeah, you did just now.
Well, Harry
Just now.
Potter.
Haven't seen
It's looking at the way that Harry Potter.
No, I just wanted to bond over like what
I'm
house
sorry, it's
we
our
would have all
one
been
thing.
on.
But I do think the thing is, because I was a young girl and I looked up to all of these men because they were strong characters and I was a strong young girl. And I think that this show is so brilliant because now we are giving those strong young girls, the sassy ones, the ones that are maybe like, you know, we always like to say that femininity is one thing and masculinity is one thing. And growing up, I was like, why am I like all the boys? And I never had these characters. I always had the girl next door. Or I always had the girlfriend, you know, I always had the girlfriend of the superhero. I didn't have the female superhero that this show is giving all of these young minds, not just girls but guys, you know, to
now
maybe see
guys
themselves in the women.
Exactly.
I'm ready to run through a brick wall. Like, that was the best pep talk I've ever heard. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're not sold now, guys, Marvel Rising, I don't know what's going to do.
I mean-
this show's going to be awesome. If you guys want more info, comicbook.com/Marvel. Thank you guys for coming by, having
Thank
some fun.
you.
Really can't wait to see it.
Blend in.
You did great.
Thank you. I tried.